Good morning, Philadelphia Eagles fans. Good morning, NFL fans, to Week 6. Oh man, Week 6 of the 2018 football season. Short week for us here in Philadelphia, where we're coming off another defeat, this time to the hands of the Minnesota Vikings. We don't have too much time to think about that loss or to dwell on it, because we head up to New York, actually northern New Jersey, but we head up to New York and play the New York Football Giants in what now seems to be an unexpected must-win due to the standings in the NFC East. Now, getting into the season, nobody, myself included, thought that we're going to be at this place at this moment in the season. We're 2-3. We've played a lot of close games. We expected a lot of people to be gunning for us, but we haven't answered the call with wins. And it's put us in a really odd spot in different positions. And also, not being healthy and not having the same feel that we did last year has changed things. Last week against Minnesota, and learning from my own mistakes, yeah, was there one call the refs made that I didn't agree with? Yes, the pass interference, Michael Bennett hitting Kirk Cousins, hitting him in his backside, sliding down to his legs and just wrapping up his legs. So Kirk Cousins falls over him. They call that roughing the passer. Seems a little light to me. But if I'm going to learn anything, especially from my Titans fans before, football game doesn't just go with one play, one call, especially something that's outside of your control, like the refs. It's an entire game, and you have the opportunity to make up for those shortcomings that just naturally happen in life anyway. We still had an opportunity to win. Most notably, we just scored a touchdown, and at the time it was 20-12. And we had a choice. We either going for one or going for two. Doug Peterson went for it for two. And some people thought it was a little bit of a head scratcher. But I actually saw the numbers, the matchup, and what made sense. And thinking about it, it put us in a position that if we get back down into field position without them scoring, we get a field goal. Good. That means we could tie the game with 2 field goals instead of needing a touchdown to tie it. Which makes sense. That makes sense to me. What we found out is, okay, Minnesota scores a field goal. We have an opportunity to kick a long field goal and put it within reach of a touchdown. And we chose not to do it. Which in the end cost us, I believe. It's weird because I did predict at my job that we were going to win 24-23. And I'm wondering why we chose not to go for that field goal. I really do. Is there something wrong with Jay Kelly? I mean, this is a guy that has kicked long field goals before. At least have to give ourselves a chance to win. That's coaching, but you know, Doug has been not as sharp, especially with timeouts taken. That also killed us at the end of the game. He hasn't been as sharp, so maybe the loss of D-Flip and Wright has affected him a little bit, and that's understood. We haven't been as healthy, especially at running back. Jay Ajayi is now out for the rest of the season. Darren Sproles hasn't been in pretty much the entire season because of a hamstring. Corey Clement's been in and out, so we've been having to rely on Wendell Smallwood. And he has been a liability in pass coverage, which has not given Carson Wentz that much time to throw. So we have to understand that. We have bounced back and done the best we can. I mean, Alshon Jeffrey is now healthy again. We're getting our tight ends into the game out. Nelson Aguilar hasn't been as productive, but still, he hasn't been a liability, per se. So there are some things we've done well. But this week, especially going up against the Giants, a good and a bad, something we have to face head on. our Philadelphia Eagles have been great against run defense. That should be expected. The one thing that I'm highly concerned about is our secondary. Not for the obvious stuff that I even predicted last week, which just drives me nuts. How much space we're giving wide receivers, allowing for them to catch it in front of us, and then biting on a double move. I mean, I talked about it last week, and that's exactly what happened. What concerns me most is a mentality. Very specific, because I'm not going to mix words here today, is Jalen Mills. When you get called out by another team and they're right, that's bad. You get burned a lot of times, Jalen. You do. Not just on the short stuff, because you're giving a lot of space, but then on double moves every single week. And yes, that does happen. That stuff needs to be cleaned up soon. But what bothers me most is when you make one good play down in the end zone and you start doing all this mess, and then you have a captain on your defense, Fletcher Cox, come up and say something to you about it, and you're not receptive towards his feedback. I think you need to sit. We need a reality check this week. But I would like to see, because I saw Maddox back there, I believe, playing safety. I think we need to sit Jalen Mills. I truly do. I think you need to either move Sidney Jones out to the outside and find a way to incorporate Rasul Douglas. I always thought you should put Rasul Douglas back there at safety. You move Sidney Jones out there at corner, and you use Maddox as your nickel. That's what I'd like to see, because we need a mentality difference this week, because we can't afford to lose. Luckily, the NFC East right now stinks along with us. Your division leader right now is Washington Redskins at 3-2. They play against Carolina, so it should be a tough game for them. We have the opportunities to bounce back even towards a beginning bad start to the season. But we have to take advantage of those opportunities, and we have to do the things that we need to do to win and just leave it out on the table. If the field goal's out there, we need to go for it. If we're going to go for it on fourth down, like Doug does, just go for it, just go all in. But we need to have the right mindset. You know, we're going up against a hungry team that realizes they can be right back in the NFC East with a victory. The Giants can be right in the NFC East at 2-4 if they beat us tonight. We can't afford that. But we have to be a team about this. We have to play against Saquon Barkley, which I think we can stop him. If other teams have done it, we have a better run defense. We can stop him. But dealing with Odell Beckham Jr. and all the rest of this stuff that that the Giants bring, wide receiver wise, we can't afford to have these hiccups anymore. Not against our division that's going to be proving that last year was a fluke. Now's the time to dig in. Now's the time to show us in the NFL what we're truly made of. Now it's time to start stringing them together. And this week, it starts by playing the New York Football Giants. So just because we're 2-3 doesn't mean that my passion is any less than we were on our road to the Super Bowl last year. We got a game against a division foe in the New York Football Giants, a team that I just don't want to, I do not want them to win. We need to come together as a team. We need to get our mind right and focus and do what we need to do to win. Coaching, offense, defense, special teams, and heart. That's what tonight's all about. Short week, get healthy as much as we can, and whoever's ready to suit up, let's go out there and win. Let's go up to northern New Jersey and beat the New York Football Giants. Go Birds, baby. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Beat New York.